Morning, good afternoon. We turn our television on to watch one of our favorite shows. And you see a commercial ad on how bad cigarette smoking is for you. I'm not here to present to you the bad that cigarettes can do to your body or people around you. What I'm here to tell you is tobacco companies do more than just support smoking. Tobacco companies support more than just smoking. Ever since I chose this topic for my speech, I have been amazed by the amount of positive involvement they have in this world. According to Tobacco Control, Boston Medical Journal, Michael Siegel with the Boston University conducted a study in 1994. The tobacco company generated almost $6 billion in federal excise taxes and more than $9 billion in state and local taxes. This amount paid in federal excise taxes would foot the bill for all of NASA's space flights on an annual basis. Today I'm going to discuss three topics with you. First, the tobacco industry is deeply involved in donating money to charities in our communities. Second, how tobacco companies provide programs for which governments around the world are unable to provide in this poor economic climate. And third, the tobacco companies help stimulate our economy. I'm going to inform you how big of a role tobacco companies play in many communities. The tobacco companies are deeply involved in many communities in many ways, supporting programs that provide basic services for educationally, socially, and disadvantaged children. According to Philip Morris, between 1999 and 2009, Philip Morris provided grants in excess of $240 million to support school and community-based PYD programs, including Big Brothers Big Sisters, Boys and Girls Club of America, making the company the leading funder in PYD in the United States, Program Youth Development. Now that I've discussed the tobacco companies' involvement in communities around the world, I will now share with you how they go to extra level and pay for many programs that our government is unable to provide. PhilipMorris.com shares that in February 2009, bushfires ravaged the state of Victoria, Australia, killing nearly 200 people, destroying homes and displacing families. They quickly responded to the Australian Red Cross appeal for emergency, donated $100,000 to help operate 20 relief centers, providing food, medicine, assistance for dispossessed people. In Indonesia, when estimated 1/3 of teachers are still underqualified, Philip Morris International supports programs to train educators. Now that we have learned about the involvement of programs tobacco companies provide for countries, I'm now going to tell you how they help stimulate our economy. According to NoThanksBigTobacco.org, tobacco companies have a long history of sponsorship in the United States, including brand name sponsorships on sporting events such as Virginia Slim's Legend Tennis Tournament, the Cool New Jazz, Marble Team Penske, and also contribute financially to events, venues, and organizations through corporate giving. According to the HealthLiteracyWorld.org, the taxes that the tobacco companies pay provide a lot of money for the U.S. government. In 1992, Philip Morris alone paid $4.5 billion in taxes. This makes it the largest payer in the United States. Finally, Tobacco.org shares that a nation can be addicted to the revenues produced by taxes placed upon tobacco products. As noted by this quote, as an instrument of financial policy, tobacco is unique. It is not clear why this should be, but in the tradition is now well established. In fact, tobacco has two distinctive functions, one as a consumable article and the other as a revenue earner, which at times appears to secure conflicting official treatment. Today, I have discussed how the tobacco industry is deeply involved in donating money to charities in the United States. I have also discussed how the tobacco companies provide programs for which governments around the world are unable to provide due to our poor economic climate. Finally, I've discussed how tobacco companies help stimulate our economy. The tobacco industry supports more than just smoking. In conclusion, remember, whenever someone only points out the bad that someone does, please do your research to find out what good they may also do and how it affects you as a whole. I have a question. By a show of hands, how many of you in here support the tobacco company? So no one. I'm going to surprise you. In doing my research, I found out that the Philip Morris Company not only owns the tobacco company, but also owns Kraft Foods, Kraft Nabisco, and General Foods. So by a show of hands, how many of you buy these products? I rest my case.